when I'm talking about remembering love, there are countless pathways, and each of us, this is an experiment for each of us. I hear so many spiritual paths prescribing a particular way to open the heart or whatever. Truly, you have to kind of customize and try out things. But there are kind of genres, different kind of broad pathways. And one pathway of remembering love is to simply have the intention to offer love or care inwardly. And it could be through words or an image, or I often put my hand on my heart. And even having the intention and going through the motions works. Why does it work? Because deep, deep down, the who we are is loving presence. And by going through the motions, we begin to call that forth. We begin to reconnect with more of the truth of who we are. Said again in the terms of this brain analogy, we begin to activate this whole neural net in the prefrontal cortex that has to do with compassion and empathy. So one pathway to remembering love is to offering love inward. And another pathway is, when we say please remember love, is to call on the love that we know is in the universe and ask to be held by it. And just the way a young child, we know when a young child's really upset and their limbic system's hijacked and going wild, and the mother's hug brings them online again. It actually helps them self-regulate. Well, when we imagine feeling hugged, that imagining, and this has been shown in MRIs, just imagining does the same thing. It begins to bring us back into that integrated state. So just to call on love. I want to mention that one of my inspirations, the Hawaiian healer, Dr. Hugh Len, is one of what's been described as he describes his practice, whether he's responding to somebody else's stuck place or his own. He just sends messages. His most basic phrases are like, I'm sorry, and I love you. And so I found for many people, and a lot of time when I'm teaching workshops, just to practice, what phrase works for you? Can you put your hand on your heart? Well, there's a reason that works. And when we put our hand on our heart, the actual warmth at this neural center right here in the heart area actually calms down the sympathetic nervous system. Plus, in a whole other way, our relationship with ourselves is, at best, it's harsh or distant or neglecting. And we relate to ourselves kind of like others related to us in our early life. And for many, real tenderness, a really understanding presence, an intimate presence, wasn't part of it. So what we're doing when we put our hand on our heart is we're actually cultivating a new relationship with our inner life.